Okay. Hi, everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are based. So thanks for joining us today for this webinar. Me and my colleague Adil looking forward to make it valuable and worth your time, and we'll be glad to initiate a discussion and answer your question at the end of this session. My name is Bassem Hassan. I'm a strategic architect for digital trust and digital transformation and ex-Microsoft regional IT manager. Almost 28 years now across all these fields and digital transformation, cybersecurity, IT, GRC, and so on. Carried different roles, consultant, advisory, leads, and enterprise architect. And yeah, I would transfer to Adil to introduce yourself, please.
Okay, thank you, Bassem. Hello, everyone. It's a truly pleasure and honor to be with you today, speaking about such an important topic related to impact of artificial intelligence on data privacy. My name is Adil Abdelmenem. I'm a registered cybersecurity expert with ITU Regional Cybersecurity Center, RCC. Also, I'm a consultant in United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime. What I'm doing in general, I'm teaching I'm a certified trainer for a wide range of vendors and courses as well. I'm acting as a consultant for cybersecurity, enterprise architecture, ISO management system as well, and finally, I'm a certified external auditor for a range of ISO standards. That's it.
Yep. Thank you, Adil.
You're welcome, Bassem.
Okay. So our agenda for today, it will focus on mainly three topics. So at the beginning, it will give a quick introduction to set the stage about the privacy challenges now in this AI era. Then second part will give a few updates, quick updates on 27701 and the most recent updates which show the value and importance of this standard as it became a standalone standard. And then the third topic, my colleague Adil will take you through some AI data privacy use cases. So as a beginning, just foundational, you know, everyone, today we are living in a digital era. So we become part of this evolving world. This world now, it's rapidly evolving. It's with this advanced technology, starting with AI. Now on the way, you know, quantum, digital twins, or Internet of Things also is going forward, ESG driven innovation. So digital revolution is raising the bar every day. It's fueled by extraordinary base of AI innovation. So now data become the lifeblood of this technology. It's the engine who drive the progress and transformation. But this raises a critical question, and this is what the most concern for everyone now. Either we are talking about organizations or society. How can organizations and societies ensure confidence and trust? And who will take the responsibility of the way that data being used, processed, and manipulated? How we achieve responsible data practices and safeguard privacy and security while we still enabling, evolving, and moving forward with this innovation. At the end of the day, we don't want to stop innovating all our world within this digital world. But at the same time, we need to make sure that we are secure and preserve everyone's privacy. So at the heart of this, all this transformation and innovation we talk about, the fundamental principle is privacy. privacy now became it's a critical human right that everyone has the responsibility to maintain, to protect, and save it. So it became a key pillar across every aspect of this digital journey. We know that many things, a lot of things being changed since 10 years or more. Starting with the digital transformation, this has become like mandatory, like need by every organization. It's not a luxury anymore. With all these emerging technologies and cloud bases now, services set the foundation to expand and growth. And this is what enabled this digital transformation to speed it up. And while every organization moving forward with their transformation journey, this the critical term that's being raised is digital trust. How we can build confidence and integrity of all these digital elements, digital components, digital technologies that composing this transformation journey. So now you can see digital transformation is always going side by side with that digital trust. And so some organization even more focus on digital trust more than how they will going forward with transformation. And of course, this is what lead at the end of the day that global regulation, global privacy laws and regulation evolved and even became more critical. And even maybe in the past, some of these were just a framework, were just a guidance, principles. But the recent few years, it translated to be an act like GDPR, like CCPA, and so on. And all this raise important matter, how we control information. At the beginning, as I said, cloud services set the foundation, and this is a massive distributed computing environment enable everything that in the past might be limited because limited resources, limited the scaling of resources. But cloud open big door, and this is at the same time what make data distributed across the world. So no one now can, once you transfer your data over the cloud, even so it's going around the world. So we need to make sure it's controlled, managed, secured, monitored. At the same time, privacy, if we lose the privacy, this is what will change the behavior of the people, and this is will be high impact to the society and the humans, because people at the end of the day, if they feel that they are watched, monitored, or their videos, their data, their personal information can be used by this emerging technology without any control from their side, this is what will be a big concern, will backfire on their behavior and freely to deal with this technology. And of course, we know now with all these emerging technologies, and this is what enable allow organizations to distribute their business, their services, their exposure across the region, which is of course at the end of the day reflected to how they comply even with regulations and act across these regions. So the privacy became a fundamental human right for everyone. And put it in simple words, when we talk about AI and personal data, it means privacy at risk. Because as we know now, we were dealing with massive data processing, manipulation, collection, transferring, distributed across the world. And a lot of big part of this data, it's what related to personal information or identification information. This is also what make AI also introduce a new risk, because AI, we know with this great advanced algorithms, AI agents, and all these type of these technologies evolving, it's do deep analysis, deep processing for the data, including our BII or personal identifiable information, which is mean this is now it's exposed for all these technologies. And of course, this is what now change even the threat landscape across the world. The cybersecurity now, some of the key concerns about cyber criminals, about threaten for identity, for discrimination as civilians, and all this stuff. So it's privacy now become like a ticking time bomb. We hope and we should all work to avoid an explosion of these privacy issues. And this is where the ISO 27701 come to the picture. And now actually it's taking an advanced level of importance, criticality for all organization. And this is why we see most recent in this October, there was published for a new version 25 version of 27701 to align, to reflect all these concerns, all these risks, all this importance of data privacy with all these emerging technologies and worldwide. And this is where the ISO 27701, it's a management now became a standalone management system standard, like any other standards that build a structured framework that will help the organizations to establish, to plan, to operate, to build a fully controlled, managed, supervised, monitor overall management system to give and enable controls and securing data privacy. So this is where come under the term. If we really want to build a responsible AI, this is start with responsible data governance. And this is why these days you will see these two terms going side by side. Data governance, this is what lead or play key role in the AI governance. And this is how you can build a secure privacy, and most important, again, to the wide umbrella we talk about it, digital trust. This is how we build the trust of our digital transformation journey. Let me quickly highlight why we going for this standard or any standard overall. This is international standard. This is now it's a globally recognized standard that will develop, will plan, and set a common benchmark, a common requirement beside the size, the industry, the location of any companies in the world. So this is what build what we can say it like a common language, a common references, a common benchmark worldwide to set a consistent, a clear, well-planned and established a framework for the data privacy. And 27701 focusing now being restructured, being re-innovated to give and focus more deeply on the BII, personally identifiable information. And I will go some few slides, a high level, just to highlight how this changes being changed with this most recent version. So 27701, this is what will be the gold standard for privacy management that offer the organization with proven methodology to build a trusted framework for the data privacy and BII specifically. So as key characteristics of this 27701, it's integrated approach. This now it become a standalone standard, but at the same time, it's following the same harmonized structure by any other ISO standards. So it's easily to integrate this privacy management system or PIMS with other standards and go in a harmony with other standards. So if an organization, they already implemented 2701, 4201, and so on, this is easily to integrate because they are following now the same structure. And this is what really can build the trust across the stakeholder. And when we say here a stakeholder, it's everyone, every one could be affected or affect or being expected to be affected by for their processing, collecting, and manipulating their privacy BII information. So this is what give confidence, give relaxing for these parties or stakeholders or people involved when they know this organization is following this standard and they build and establish this management system. So some of the key advantages here for PIMS, specifically, as we said, the updated version 25, it's strengthening the privacy governance and accountability. So this is why they re-innovated, restructured, re-change this standard from the previous one. Previous one, which is 2019, was extension to the information security management system ISMS 27001. So it was like under the umbrella of 2701. Now they take it out, separate it, and make it a privacy management system by itself with more advanced controls, planned structure, requirement that can make sure to enable and help organization to extend their governance on the privacy and data security overall. And more important, it's compliant with the global privacy regulation, GDPR, CCPA, and other regulation worldwide. And now, as we know, all ISO standards are risk-based standards. It's the heart of ISO standards. It's the risk management. With this version 25 now became this risk management playing key part with this standard. Sorry. So you can see here how this is aligned with the GDPR, for example, and CCPA. for the data subjects rights. So it's unify the data subjects rights and align with existing GDPR and CCPA. As we said, this is a risk-based approach and unified at the global side. So when you applying to 2701, you can so easily you can map it with GDPR, CCPA, and maybe other data privacy regulation, because we know across the board, many countries they have, let's say, their own version of data protection or data privacy regulation. So this 27701 can set be a horizontal foundation across all of these to be aligned, which make it easy to harmonize and align the standard regulation across the world. Let me now quickly high level what the key changes. Of course, there are a lot of details, but the time will not allow for going in details. But let me highlight the key breakthroughs. First, now it became like a standard standalone certification. So in the past, that, as I said, it was become an extended certification under the 27001. Now it became a standalone certification by itself separately. They do restructure for the framework. So now who work with the ISO standard, we know these classes 4 to 10 are the mandatory classes for these standards, and this is what the ISO organization started this back 2019 to have a common harmonized structure across all standards. So now BIMS is following the same structure as we will see, and they re-innovate, they restructure the controls, and we will see a slide how these controls now being advanced, being extended, being consolidated to be more effective, more focused, more valuable for the organization. And we will see some example how this is mapped to GDPRs and so on. So this is where now it's the evolution of this BIMS. Most important to focus on was organization processing of BII. In the past, there was more focus on BII controllers. Now they extend this and give more controls, more guidance, how also to focus on the processing of BII. So this is what make it more comprehensive, more holistic standard for all organizations. I want to quickly go couple of slides and switch it to my colleague Adil. Just to keep in mind, one of the main changes, they make it the normative now in this standard focusing on 29100 as a normative references, which is changed from previous. Other guidelines also still being used, especially with 27018, that BII over public cloud. You can see here, this quick slide, you see how was the structure. As I said, it was an extension, but now it's following the same HS or harmonized structure for across all the ISO standards. As you can see here, from clause 4 to clause 10, it's the same, in addition to annexes. And this is a quick view how this, you see in the past, the normative or let's say the Annex A was focusing separately on controllers and Annex B for processors. Now you see how they consolidate, expand, and extend this these controls and requirement for both BII controllers and BII processors. And also they do mapping to GDPR, like Annex D. They do mapping for 27018. As I said, this is for BII public, BII over public cloud, and other guidance. So, in a bottom line, I believe now organization, they have great framework standard in hands with all this restructure, re-innovation to help and enable organization with and societies as well at the end of the day to build a trusted framework for privacy. I will stop here and switch to Adil. Adil, would you like to
Thank you,
share
Bassem.
from your side? Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. Once again, I'm really delighted to be with you today. Based on my personal tendency and my professional experience, I preferred to have maybe unexpected content or unusual content when it comes to discuss something like ISO or data privacy. I focused 100% on practical cases. I'm not sure if you are fully aware about how social media applications, smart devices are collecting your personal information. What you can see right now is like a statistics related to what is happening through the internet every 1 minute or every 60 seconds. To understand how big amount of information is transferred to the internet every single minute, you can have a look here. As you see, around 243,000 photos uploaded for Facebook every minute, around 70,000 hours of videos to be watched every minute. If we go for something like, let's say, Google, around 3.8 million search every single minute. This is definitely, there is no time to go into one by one, but in general, and as you can see, we have really extremely huge amount of data, normally private data, exchanged to the internet every single minute. Privacy and security has kind of overlapping. I can imagine not all audience of our session is aware about the difference between privacy and security. Security is good to secure private data and non-private data as well, personal data and non-personal data. Okay, privacy is mainly focusing on personal data. So what is the relation between security and privacy? High level, security is required to protect your personal data, but privacy only is focusing on your own personal data, nothing but personal data. Security has wider scope of protection requirements, like let's say we have statistical analysis data for maybe industrial operation. Maybe we have commerce, I mean financial information not related to persons. So security is to cover any kind of information, while privacy is mainly focusing on personal data. Privacy actually can be defined in so many ways. My favorite definition for privacy is the right to be alone. I'm teaching tens of courses and I have tens of definition for privacy. My favorite definition for privacy is the right to be alone. You feel like no one else can see or can know what you are doing. This is privacy. Privacy is about behavior privacy, your body privacy, your thoughts privacy, your location privacy, your decision privacy, and so on. As Bassem mentioned, we are in the age of smart, almost everything. Smart devices, smart TV, smart car, smart games, smart watch, smart sensors, smart IoT devices. We are surrounded with tens of devices in our day-to-day life. All of them are collecting data, interacting with our data, collecting, processing, storing, sharing data as well. Now, I will go through like a journey to explore with you a group of practical cases you may know or you may not know, but be ready to be shocked with some of them. I'm sure some of audience will see this for the first time. Not this slide, the upcoming slides in general. As you can see, this is an alert I received on my phone in one of days that Google Map has been using the location service in the background, although I'm not using Google Map application. This is the Galaxy Watch. Have a look here. Okay, Galaxy, Bixby, and other voice service from Samsung Galaxy can record your voice. Another one, you may be using the internet printing to print something remotely, but you may not be aware that your data will be going through one or more servers through its way to be printed. You may be about printing a very confidential document or highly sensitive private information, but you don't know that your data will be passing by many, I'm sorry, just a second. Okay, your data may be passing by so many servers. I have a problem with sharing screen. Okay, another one. Can you see this one with Samsung? Allow enhanced image analysis. How you could allow enhanced image analysis? By allowing Samsung to store your data on cloud, so it would process your data later and assure more quality for image analysis. Uber is asking you to collect the data when you open the app through the trip. So you already requested an Uber trip, and Uber is telling you that your data will be collected as you go through the trip. Practically speaking, Uber is collecting data about your location when you are in the trip or not in the trip. What you see right now is some screenshots from your Google dashboard. If you are not aware about this one, you can simply go for google.com/dashboard. This is telling you what Google knows about you. And believe me, again, if this is the first time to learn about this, you may be shocked by the amount of data Google is collecting from your day-to-day life. Every single application you are using on your Android phone, every single activity you are doing, every single location you done, every single location you searched for, every single YouTube video you watched, you liked, you commented on, you uploaded, you shared with others, you searched for, every action. Definitely time is limited to go practically to show you this, but again, you can simply go for my account or my activity to google.com or google.com/dashboard. Both are the same. Then you log into your account, and then you can follow steps like identifying your account and then go to data privacy. This is how it is looking like. As you see, we have the Drive application, we have YouTube, as you see, we have other apps, again, Acrobat Reader, Chat with DeepSeek. Every single app you are using on your Android phone is tracked. What you did when you opened the app, how long you were using the app, what you searched for. I have more than a phone. In case I used, just in case, WhatsApp from phone number 1, it will tell me information that you used the WhatsApp from your iPhone or you used a WhatsApp from your Android. Someone think about deleting data. You have the right to delete the data, but unfortunately, you can read this highlighted sentence. As you can see, your deleted data may not be fully deleted for one or more reasons. Okay, I agree your data may be anonymized, maybe partially anonymized, but not a must to be fully deleted or fully anonymized. So when you delete the data, it doesn't mean data already got deleted. Now, I would like to share with you another story I witnessed before. I got a new smart speaker, a speaker that has a built-in Google Assistant as a built-in operating system. We have Alexa One. We have other models of smart speaker. What is smart speaker? It's a speaker where you can speak to, asking it to do some actions like tell me what I have tomorrow, what meetings I have tomorrow, what about the weather tomorrow, let us say in Cairo. Okay, what is the exchange rate between sterling pound and the dollar? You can ask any kind of question, and speaker receiving your request and answering your question by contacting the internet. This is Google Home, the application you can use to add any new smart device to your profile. You may understand that this is the name of the speaker, family room speaker, for example, and this is the model of the speaker. And then, believe or not, you should conceptually submit the following information in order to complete the setup for the speaker. Okay, since you will have a copy of the presentation later, I will leave this for you, but I think it is very clear you are providing an excessive amount of private data with no need. You are only, or you are just configuring a new speaker. Most important, you can read how Google is storing your voice and audio activity. Every single search by sound, if you use the microphone to search something through Google search engine, you will find your recorded voice through my activity. Some Google Meet calls may be recorded based on the configuration you are doing in your phone. So I think after the session, everyone may be in a need to review his or her own Google setting to assure there is no recorded audio for you. Not only Google, but actually Google partners. As you can see, Google may share some of your data with Google partners for a business reason. Definitely Google partners refer to those who are providing Google with some services, regardless what service is. Okay. Again, more additional settings. This is Chrome. Chrome is asking you to allow audio recording to provide you with a better service. This is a browser to record the audio. Okay, Google Assistant as well is recording your audio. If you are using Google Translator through the camera, you can turn the camera on. I mean, you have the Google Translation app, and then you turn the camera on, and then you use the camera to translate whatever text to any other language. I hope you can read this one. Okay, Google Translate sends camera images to the Google for text recognition, and there is a default selected or selected by default checkbox. Let Google retain images for use in product improvement. It means if you are scanning a medical report, or you are scanning highly sensitive private information, or financial report, financial statement, intellectual property document, design, whatever else, it will be stored on Google. And again, this is selected by default. Google Calendar, another one. Google Calendar is asking you to access your location. You know why? Imagine you are receiving a ticket, flight ticket, through the email. Google immediately is extracting the flight information, Google identifying where you are, Google identifying that you have to be in the airport like 2 to 3 hours before the flight time. Google is checking the map between your location and the airport location, estimating the needed time for the trip, assuring you can arrive on time, which is great. This is really great, but to that extent, your privacy is highly exposed. Okay. Google Lens. Okay, where you can have any product. You can have any product, and then you can use Google Lens to take like a photo of the product. Immediately Google can identify the object. This is like a water bottle, this is a phone, this is sunglasses, and whatever, and Google can search for the product, identifying what the product is. This is an old news. Google admits it tracks users' location even when you set the location service to be turned off. I need to tell you something. Google with Android phones, Google is the owner of the operating system. Can you hide your location from the operating system itself? Can you ask the taxi driver to drive without knowing where you are going to? This is simply impossible almost to be there. This is why you cannot hide your location from Google by any means. Okay, before we go to another case study, can you see your fingerprints, iris scan, face recognition, almost all your biometrics are stored with Google or other cloud services. Not only Google, to be honest, although we have Google everything, we have YouTube. If you are not using YouTube, you are using Google search engine. If you are not using engine, you may be using Android, Google Map, Google Calendar, Gmail, okay, and others, Google Scholar. So I'm always kidding saying Google everything. This is Uber asking you to synchronize your contacts. Why Uber needs your contacts? You may be willing to split fare with your friends. So in case you are taking an Uber ride with one of your friends or your contacts, you can ask Google to split fare. You will pay 60% and the other person will pay 40%. So Uber is asking you to allow contact synchronization with Uber. Another use case, Samsung Health app. This is connected to a smartwatch. Smartwatch can count how many steps you made, can count how many calories you burn, can assess the oxygen percentage in your blood, can read your heartbeat. Have a look, please. This is giving you like a full or at least a detailed report about all measures or metrics that the Samsung watch can measure. And this is looking like a detailed medical report you submit about yourself. If you need to have accurate information from the watch, accurate advisory or advices, you have to submit this. Have a look at this one because this is very important for something I will explain very soon. As you can see, this is the heartbeat measured by the watch in a given point in time. Now the application is asking you, are you standing? Are you sitting down? Are you doing exercise? Additionally, what is your psychological status right now? Are you angry? Are you happy? Are you surprised? Are you sad? I'm not sure if you can imagine to what extent this could be used or not, because simply I will tell you how this could be used to direct your emotions later. If assuming this 59 heartbeat per second indicating you are sad, later on while you are reading a post on Facebook or whatever else, if your heartbeat became like this, it means you are sad. Or it may be indicating you are happy. Now I can link, or the AI system can link your heartbeat as a measure with your psychological status as a reflection, and then AI can analyze what makes you happy, what makes you angry, what makes you sad, what makes you laugh. This is not everything. It would be used later on to direct your emotions. Okay. Maybe this is yes.
I think we have another 2 minutes before Q&A, right?
It's okay. I can take like okay. Yeah. I will go more faster. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay, this is Facebook, the last one, and Facebook. If you go from settings, if you'd like to try yourself, go from settings, privacy, and then go for activity, my activity. You will never imagine that every single click you made, every single share, every single comment, every single video you watched, every single link you shared, every single messenger message you sent, every single WhatsApp message you sent is recorded here. Okay, I am sharing with you the list of categories of personal information, and this is more details. Okay, so from activity log, click on this, and then you can see, as I said, every comment, like, post, activity, sharing, message, group you joined, reel you watched, and many more. And this is a recent screenshot I made from my own log to show you that every single action, regardless what is the action, is recorded. This is definitely could be used to analyze what you are doing. Very quickly in this one, okay, very quickly in this one. This is like an alert I received while I was in Amsterdam, and this telling you, welcome to Amsterdam. Would you like to know where your friends have been in the city? I said, yes, I need to capture this screenshot. And then I got a list of my friends who visited Amsterdam and where they go and when they go as well. Conclusion, AI is ever increasing. As Bassem said earlier, AI plus privacy equal privacy at risk or data privacy. The algorithm can analyze what you are doing. Algorithm can predict your potential psychological status. And earlier you have only like, but now you have like, you have love, you have angry, you have sad, because we need exactly to know what you feel with. This is showing you how many times Facebook said we are sorry for conducting secret psychological experiments. This is before the era of AI, so nobody knows to what extent we will be facing a risk for privacy in the age of AI. This is almost the last slide, where in cyber warfare, in modern cyber operation, disinformation, playing with people emotion became something very important in modern cyber warfare. This is how I published the report for you. It's from military research, and this is how everyone could be a target to be addressed by AI or some campaign to change your emotion. And this is the last slide ever. Unfortunately, it's not about Google itself standalone. It's not about Microsoft standalone. It's not about Facebook standalone. If you have this allowed, I mean, you allow apps to track itself, it means everything simply is connected to everything. With the huge processing power of AI, with the huge amount of data privacy or private data you are sharing intentionally or non-intentionally, we are really in a risk. Thank you so much, and we can start the Q&A session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Adil. Nice stuff. We have a question. Is ISO 27701 global standard that only addresses GDPR requirement, or it take into account the privacy regulations, considering different countries have varying requirements? I can quickly answer this. Think about it, the ISO PIMS or 27701 is a general worldwide ISO standards, but it's for every type of organization in any industry, any size, any business, any so when they develop this standards, I actually either this standard or any other standard, this they make it generic. So it's not targeting specific industry or a specific country or location and so on. However, when this let's say restructured and re-innovate this PIMS, actually these principles for GDPR, for CCPA, for OCED, for other regulation, it's or frameworks, it's almost common principles worldwide. And we remember OCED, they start they're putting the first foundation for this privacy principles. So it's this standard could be mapped not just only to GDPR, also to other regulations. I'm based in Saudi Arabia, 27701, very aligned to local Saudi Data Protection Act or regulation, which is called BDPL. So the short answer is this is a generic standard, comprehensive, have cover or addresses different areas and most common principles, so you can see it align with a variety of local version of GDP of data privacy regulations. I hope that answered your question. Adil, if you would like to add anything.
No, I just would like to reinstate that ISO is valid for any country, any industry, any organizational size. So anyone can adapt and you can select your appropriate scope based on your needs.
Yep. Any other question? Okay. Would you like to take the second question, Adil?
I didn't see the question actually.
Okay.
What's the question?
How do we strike the balance between pushing the boundaries of AI security and avoiding unavoidable consequences? Oh, good question.
So he answers the question itself.
Yeah. Okay. From my side, this is really, it's like a big puzzle. As I said at the beginning, now we have AI governance, we have data governance, and we know this the most challenges with AI innovation or this development, mainly two things. It's changing very rapidly, very fast, and it's a black box. And this is really what make it big, complicated challenges for everyone, for organization, for consultant, for auditor, for everyone. Because what is different than other standards, that has, let's say, clear requirement. Let's say have clear controls and how to deal with these controls. But here we are dealing with a black box, and this black box is changing very fast. So you can imagine today you are implementing or auditing an organization with AI platform or application, and you might expect after 2 weeks or 3 weeks there is an update for this AI technology you are auditing, for example. So then this is what will trigger that you need to review and go through this process again. So it's a big challenge, and we try our best to the best effort.
Allow me to add something,
yeah.
Bassett. We have a generic rule. Normally, failure to plan is planning for failure. I mean, if you have a good inventory for your data and you have a good governance model, you can identify criticality or expected risk from exposing your personal data to whatever kind of risk. Mature organization has to have a process for data governance. Mature organization should conduct a kind of privacy impact assessment. So if you went through privacy impact assessment and you can identify exactly what kind of data you may be willing to expose to AI and what kind of data you may decide for not exposing for AI. This is just an advice in general, not only for the question. Thank you, Bassem.
Yeah, exactly. And this is the basic concept of MSS when we talk about management system standards. It's building this structured framework for from day one, from building the organization context, planning, operating, implementation, and of course governance, which is continuous monitoring and continual improvement. Okay. Adil, why do fines imposed on companies not automatically benefit to users who are victims of cyber attacks following the data breach? I don't know. Would you like to take this?
I don't have an official answer for this, but I think if we consider this, it would be, I'm sorry, it's my own point of view based on my experience. It may be turned into a chaotic situation. I mean, everyone can claim my privacy exposed with Facebook, with Google, and so on, and you will have billions of people claiming that they have the right to claim money against violating their privacy. I'm not sure, but I think it's about controlling who has the benefit. But I think legally you can have a legal claim in a different way, not to receive money, but you can ask for kind like indemnity clause. You got impacted negatively by violating your privacy. I think it could be another legal claim, but not the core financial fine. It's my point of view.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's actually, if we take an example like GDPR, but by the way, yes, GDPR is an act. It's legal with penalties and so on. ISO standard is not. ISO standard is like a guideline. It's an optional for organization to implement. But if you implement it, it will align you with, let's say, for GDPR with others. Now, GDPR actually it's a two-part. One part is when assessors do or the GDPR, let's say, authority check on the organization and they are not fulfilling, this is where the penalties come to the on this organization. However, if there is an incident, if there is an issue happen, as Adil said, this is what gives the right to the people or individual to let's say go for a claim or let's say pursue a case and so on. So these are type of regulation. It's for two parts. On the organization, it's a direct penalties. For individual, will be indirect, let's say, process for take benefit of this. I hope that answers the questions. And question 4, shouldn't data deletion request completely erase all the data a company holds about an individual? Isn't the phrase we cannot delete all of your data for legal reason often just a way? This is, yeah, I fully understand, but because, yeah, GDPR and others give some rights, some flexibility that organization, they can retain some of this BII, or even maybe sometimes share it if there is a legal requirement or mandated by legal. So here, I believe that the call will be: is it really this type of data, or what this organization claim that they have to retain it? Is it run or come under this legal mandate or not? So now individuals, in this case, I think they can consult and check on this if that's really right or not, or is it like just a general claim by this organization?
I have yes, I have a comment. We have some justified cases to allow any company like Google or Amazon or whoever to keep your personal data under a condition if they anonymized your data. So if data got anonymized, it became no more personal data. Accordingly, there is no privacy requirements. And instead of saying, for example, PIMS data or Adil's data, we can say a man, for example, live in Saudi Arabia, age group 30 to 40, instead of having the exact birthday. Accordingly, now your data became no more linked to PASM, although it is non-directly applied to PASM. So you remove all direct identifiers and you could keep non-direct identifiers. This is simply data anonymization. This could be used for scientific research, could be for statistical analysis. And one of the great cases for this is data related to COVID-19. All countries in the world are trying to keep COVID-19 as an experience, and they need to know infection rates were high in a specific city and low in another city, who were the most impacted age groups, 20 to 30, 30 to 40. So when you anonymize personal data, you can keep the data forever as long as it became no more personal.
Yeah. So thank you, Adil. I think we have more questions, but I think we almost done. So maybe we are not able to answer all these questions now, but because we are due with the time. But maybe we'll answer it offline and share it later on. Thanks so much again for everyone joining us. Me and my colleague Adil hope this was a valuable webinar for you, and enjoy it and worth your time, and looking forward to join us in other webinars in the future. And pass to you, Adil. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you, Bassem.